So what's today? So basically, today is a day where we, just talk about how, I mean, we talk about AI and digital skills. And then I'll be talking about myself along the line, how this has really impacted my life and changed my life a bit. So you're all welcome here for this session. And today is a day that is dedicated to helping young people like you, like myself, to gain some insights into some skill sets. And then we are going to explore how AI and digital tools can be used to open some new path for us and for our future, basically. So let's dive in. And then if you want to join me, you can join me on Twitter. There's my email address, and that's my LinkedIn profile. So you can reach out to me anytime, any day, and I'll be very happy to help or to, talk. So, what are we doing today? Number one, we celebrate each other, celebrate today. Today is a day to celebrate, And then we talk about growth. When we say growth, what do we mean? Then that is, we talk about some form of skill sets like jobs. Uh, Basically, we just talk about some some skill sets we can learn, we can try out. I think I would have loved this to be like an interactive session where I get to ask questions, but I don't know if that is going to be allowed because I usually like to hear back from my audience to know how the part of the conversation will go, basically. So, for example, I would like to know if people here are beginners, if you've tried something before, if you have a skill already you're doing. I think you can just be dropping that in the chat. I'll be checking the chat while we're having this call. So basically trying to know your skill level somehow, and then the kind of knowledge you have about AI as well. So we'll know how to put the two together, right? And then I think that's basically that. Then we'll move to the next slide and we'll start business proper. So what's changing in the world? I think we all know that already. So for some of us that doesn't know what AI is, I think we should first talk about what AI is. Okay, then there is a slide talk about that. So what's changing in the world? Number one, some people are losing their jobs. I think that's a bad news, right? But don't let that scare you, actually, because those losing their jobs are those that are not willing to jump on the trend. So there's a new trend, there's a new helper. So it's all of you to let that thing complement you. You're running away from it. And you running away from it, some new guy somewhere, just like a 10-year-old boy somewhere is coming to take your job because you're not willing to learn, you're not willing to evolve, right? So yeah, I think I said everything in the slide in one word already, right? So I already mentioned it all. So tech is changing how we work and how we learn. Some jobs are going away, new ones are coming. It's important to learn how to use tech, not to be afraid of it. So I already, summarized all of those in the word earlier. So I'm sorry for that, not going with the schedule of my talk. But that's just how it is. Basically, some people are losing their job while some are getting the jobs. Why? Because they are willing to learn, willing to try new things. And some are scared to evolve, right? That fear of I'm going to lose my job is what's going to make you lose your job, right? Instead of you having that fear, why not just adopt yourself, try that new thing that is out, build new skill on it, and then make yourself more marketable. So what is AI really? The whole talk about AI. Sorry, I want to check the messages just to be sure I'm not missing any conversation in the message. I think there's no message. Okay. Uh, Sorry. Maybe I don't know how to use this guy. Okay, there is actually message. Yes. Yes, loud and clear. Yes, I can see your screen. Okay, so there's no message. So basically, I'll continue. But do you guys know what AI really is? From your understanding, what do you think AI is? Please, I would like to understand. I would like to, get your insights about it. I'm waiting for you guys to respond to that. I would like to get your your insight on that, so that we don't spend so much time here. Artificial intelligence. Yeah, I know it's artificial intelligence. I mean, what does it do? What's the hype about? I don't know if we can unmute and have a. I don't know if that is allowed. Onikosola, what do you think? Mr. Shokpe, what do you think? Are we allowed to talk, to have a question and answer session? Right?
Yeah.
I'm not
Yes,
question
we're
and
going to have
answer
an answer and we're going to have a question and answer section.
after now. No, I mean, am
Yeah.
I
I
allowed to
think
ask
some people are
questions?
dropping some
Am I
answers
allowed
on
to
the
ask
chat.
questions?
In the chat.
Helps you think. Okay, human assistance in solving complex problems. Okay, good. Thank you for those insight. So basically, AI is like computers learning to do things. Things you do yourself already. Computers are able to do them. Yeah, I think that's all. That's wraps it up. Complex things, crazy things that you can't even imagine. For example, some days ago, I was talking to a friend of mine who was using a particular tool. And this AI tool was able to build in front end and back end of a website from start to finish without any involvement. Like he just wrote the prompt, wrote everything, and this AI tool wrote the front end and the back end, everything interacts, like do the interaction and all, and it was working perfectly without anything, without any manual involvement. All he had to do was give him the initial instruction. So I mean, AI is here to help us, really. It's not something we should be scared of. It's a tool we should adopt to use in our businesses, in our day-to-day affairs, day-to-day activities. You're having a problem, just go online, get an AI tool to help you, get the job done. So an example of some of the AI tools that I know we will be familiar with, ChatGPT. I know everybody knows about that. You go there, ask questions, gives you answer. ChatGPT is so good, you can even tell it generate pictures for you, right? So I don't know if some of us use YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and the likes. So you can imagine something like on Twitter, you interacted with a post. Let's say you interacted with the post, say Buhari is dead. And the next things you are seeing after that post is about Buhari. How did that happen? That's because the AI algorithm behind those things was studying your actions and is using your actions to suggest things that it feels will be valuable to you, like the topic that will be valuable to you. Because, for example, if you like something about Buhari, like twice or three times or four times, it's reasonable to assume that you would want to see more about Buhari kind of thing, right? So that's why some of us, okay, for example, Instagram, I know we all use Instagram. You can imagine if you open some people's explore page on Instagram, if I collect your phone and click on explore, I'm sure if I see your explore page, I can tell the kind of person you are, I can tell the kind of things you like. That's because AI is that good, right? So, I mean, YouTube recommendations, Snapchat filters and the likes, right? So, and then AI also helps with writing, designing, creating images, videos. I'm going to play some videos at the end of the day, and I'll ask you if you know it's AI that created some of these things, or I mean, just to showcase some of the capability of AI to you, right? So we'll move on. And then digital skills you can start with. So I don't know if some of us here are already in this space, in the digital skill space. We'll just call it the tech space, basically. But I mean, in the digital skill space, I don't know if we are already in this. No. So I really like us to be dropping your responses, so that I know we are together, right? So there are a lot of opportunities in the digital world, and it brings lots of convenience, lots of so it also exposes you to a lot of markets. Instead of for example, let's say I'm looking for a job. I'm in Ibadan, I'm looking for a job, and I'm not ready to go online to make myself available globally. Also, I'll only be seeing jobs that are in Ibadan. But imagine someone like me now. I'm living here in Ibadan and I'm working remotely. For the past 6 years, I've been working remotely. I mean, and the companies I'm working with are not actually Nigerian company. So you can imagine that's because I was opportune enough to be placed in a position where I have some level of skill set to be able to harness some of these opportunities, get myself into a more wilder market, get myself into a place where I get more opportunities. So basically, what are the kind of things we can adopt as a skill, as a digital skill? Number one, I think in this day, we should know how to search Google like wisely. Like you should be able to use Google. Google is a tool on its own too that you can use to, for example, I can go on Google now. I'm looking for um, um, something related to a particular site. Let's say I want to search Google for a particular search site. How would I put it? Okay, there is this tool a friend of mine used recently. He was looking for jobs, right? Then he went on Google. There was this particular search command he was using to scout for jobs, and he was only getting jobs requests on Google. I think I'll have that at the end of the like I'll add a link to that maybe on I don't know if we have a WhatsApp group, but maybe I'll just share it after the end of the call, like how to search, how to use Google properly. Like searching Google itself is a tool, is a digital skill, right? Because you'll be able to get answers fast. Typing and online communication, that's one of the basic things you should even have, right? How to type, how to, communicate online, the tools you can use, Slack, uh, um, and the likes. And I think one of the things, part of it is joining digital communities, like going online, joining some Slack communities, because whatever you're trying to learn, you should not be alone. Because, I mean, communities helps a lot. And I'll still get to that within the slide. So coding is one of the, I know almost everybody will have heard about coding, but that's not the only thing, right? So, but then coding is there, Python, Java, JavaScript, HTML, CSS, and the likes. That's also something you can pick up. Content creation. We already know content creation is one of the biggest deal now, right? Because I mean, if you go on YouTube, you can see how much some YouTubers are making. Even some Yoruba actresses just uploading their videos on YouTube. Most of our parents now, when they want to watch videos, they don't buy CD again, don't buy any of these things again. Just go on YouTube, you see Yoruba film. Go on YouTube, you see Hausa films. Go on YouTube, you see Igbo films, right? So content creation is a big deal, right? Doing YouTube videos, that's also one. Apart from that, so you could also be doing graphic design. I mean, there are other easier ways to do graphics design. So for example, I might not even know how to do graphics design, and I can be doing designs for you. Why? Because I can use tools like Canva. There is even Canva AI and some other tools I can use to be doing some of these jobs. And I really do not have deep inside knowledge about them, right? Blogging is also there. People like KG, Sahara Reporters, and all of those other guys, right? That's also a digital skill set, right? Animation. Animation is also a big deal, right? I mean, being able to do 3D animations. Some companies now, I mean, international companies now, I am trying to remember some of these popular 3D animation movies. So basically, where you don't have human playing those scenes, it's just people animating characters, and they look so real. 3D animation, very nice stuff. There's also 2D animation, nice ones. 2D animation is the likes where I don't know if you used to watch this guy Lasisi Elenu when he was still doing cartoon kind of animation. Then 2D animations, right? Copywriting is also one skill set you can learn. And when I say copywriting, what is copywriting? Copywriting is when you're like you're a writer, basically. Yeah, you're a writer. People need to write a privacy policy, needs to write terms and conditions, needs to write maybe blog posts. You need to be writing for maybe emails. There's also email marketing, right? So, I mean, I'm already jumping. There's data science, there's digital marketing. There's a lot of all these digital skill sets you can try out. I mean, it doesn't even have to be a very one big like a very big kind of stuff. You can start small, right? And then some of you, maybe you have a job already, you're not willing to leave your job. You can learn some digital skill set to complement your job. You can learn to use Excel, tools like Excel, because, for example, imagine you are in a department where you deal with lots of data, and you on your own, you're able to go learn about Excel, to visualize data, to do some stuff with Excel. And then imagine you're able to, pick all of this data you have in your company. You're able to visualize it, analyze this data, show it to your manager and the likes. I can tell you, you will be the newest guy in town in your company or in your office, because they'll be like, this guy is now getting the favor of the manager or whatever. And basically you're making yourself indisposable, And I don't know if there's a place I treated where to learn all of these skills. I think there is a slide to discuss that. So why these skills matter? Why does it matter? Company wants people who can use tech tools. Like I just said with the Excel thing, right? If you can make yourself indisposable in your company, you can imagine the kind of like the kind of reputation you get in your company. If they're sacking people in your company and they know that you are the only one that knows how to do this thing, I'll tell you, you'll be the last person they'll sack. So I mean, just making yourself indisposable. This skill sets help you get a job, start a business, or build your brand. Yes. Okay, imagine you become a YouTuber. You can automatically, start living. I mean, if you produce good content, and then you get good number of views, get good engagement, it's something you can start living off, right? Because I was even going through a YouTube creator one time. I mean, the guy used to post content on, I think, cryptocurrency, and then his videos back to back were having like hundreds of thousands of views. And this guy showed his revenue. His revenue for that month was going close to like $16,000 on one video. You can imagine. I don't know if you want to do that calculation in Naira, right? So do 16,000 times 1,500. Let's just do 1,500, right? 16,000 times 1,500. So let's even come down. Let's say 10,000. 10,000 times 1,500. That's like 15 million Naira. Imagine in 1 month from one video. It's that crazy, right? So, and the beautiful thing, I can tell you for free, because I'm also a benefactor of this, is you can work from anywhere, right? There are times I'm at work. Okay, maybe because today is a public holiday. Ideally, I would have been doing this call maybe from work when I finish up with some of the things I was doing. And I could be in my bedroom working. I could be in the car working. I can be at the hospital working. I can be in Lagos today, be in Ibadan tomorrow, be in Abuja next tomorrow, be in Kaduna next tomorrow. You can't imagine that kind of freedom you get with it. So it's crazy, right? I mean, it's crazy. I can tell you for free, because I've been doing this for the last 6 years of my life, right? So, I mean, it comes with its own disadvantages, right? But I don't think that's a talk for today. So when you start talking about the health benefits of some of these things, where you have to start being conscious of your own well-being, where we start talking about work-life balance, I think those are different conversations on their own. We can start having some other day. But I mean, for the benefits, it's crazy. The revenue, the kind of income you can get from this, it's out of mind, right? The opportunities you get. I've worked so far. I've worked almost 4 jobs so far for the last 6 years. I've worked with a company in the US. I've worked with a company in Canada, in Germany. I think I'm doing another US role. So you can imagine the kind of opportunities it comes with, right? So cool. Then let's come back to AI. So cool ways to use AI. Number one, we already know ChatGPT. Is there anybody here on this call that has never used ChatGPT before? Anybody? You've never used ChatGPT before? Anybody? Please just send the message in. I'm waiting for the message. I'm waiting for your message. I need to get at least 2 people's answer. Okay, you've used it, Balogun. I've never used ChatGPT. Samuel Ademola. You're missing a lot. And I'll tell you that for free. So Balogun Olajide, I didn't get that. I didn't get what you're trying to say there. But is there another person that has never used ChatGPT before? So I can just do a small demo for you, right? Anybody? I use other AI tools. Oh, good. Oh, I get. So basically, I think there's no reason to, do a ChatGPT demo. I would have gone. I make use of ChatGPT. Oh, awesome. So I see a lot of us are already using ChatGPT, which is great, right? So imagine content writers now. Content writers, I still use it just as a junior from there. I love this, right? So you can imagine content writers using ChatGPT. It's crazy. Myself as a developer, when I get a problem, I don't even Google again. I don't go to Stack Overflow again. I just copy the error, put it on GPT, it gives me a solution, right? There are even more crazier tools. I mean, for those that are developers here, there are more crazier tools. I don't know. I think I'm jumping already. You should try things like Cursor, try tools like Cloud AI. Those tools are mad. Before now, I just use ChatGPT to get my code. But recently, a friend just forced me to try Cursor out. And I will tell you for free, it's amazing. It's amazing. It's amazing. Crazy amazing, right? So Canva AI. Canva AI is a tool for graphics designers. I think I have a demo video here I'll play for some of us that have not seen this before, right? So there's a video here I was going to play. I think this is it. Yeah, this guy. You can see, let's just watch this together. Oh, let me take this out. So you can see what's going on here. This person posted, for this, just posting, what's it called? The picture of the person you want to use, and then to bring you different types of design. Shorten, what do you think of this opinion? You can see different types of design from just one picture, from this picture. Different types of design, right? That's how crazy AI can be. So you can see there's no need for graphics designer again if I can do this. Or I'm not really that there's no need for graphic designer. I can be a graphic designer with this for my business. Let's say I'm running an agency and I need to be posting every week. With this tool, I don't need to be, going around hiring graphic designer that I'll be running after every day, calling every morning and night. With this, I can be my graphic designer, right? So is that crazy? So I don't know if anyone of you have heard of Lovable before. Anybody? Lovable. Spell Cursor. Oh yeah, Cursor is Cursor. It's just the same way you did. Cursor is still the same Cursor you typed in. Cursor. Yeah, the same way you typed it in. Cursor. Just do Cursor AI. So anybody heard about Lovable before? So with Lovable, right, as a business owner, or basically with Lovable, you can develop a website from scratch to finish with AI, even if you don't have coding knowledge. And I'll play you a video. Okay, this is Canva AI. All right, let's do Lovable. I'll play you a video for Lovable. So, okay, can you see this? Is it clear? Can you really see my screen? Let me stop this guy. I'm trying to make it, okay, quality is higher already. Let me enlarge this guy. So this is what's going on here. This is just a 1 minute video. I intentionally try to make the videos very short. So so look at this. I want to create a web app. So this is Lovable like a website, the Lovable AI website. So you can see what's going on here. The person came here, says, I'm trying to zoom this in, but unfortunately I can't. So he says, I want to create a web app for rig scheduling. I'm running a drilling company with more than 4G drilling rigs. I don't know what that is, but he's trying to put in enough context to the AI to understand what he's trying to do. Then come and see what AI did. Let's watch this together. You see, AI started, writing stuff. You can see. He's already thinking through, right? Already detailing the things that we need. I'll be creating the following files: index, CSS, whatever. Then you can see it created a Tailwind CSS sheet. For those that are not developers, just ignore whatever that means. Just just focus on the video because you really don't need those details, right? And you see what happens now. See, AI noticed that there was an error when it was trying to build. You can see the person clicked, tried to fix the error, and the AI will fix the error by itself. If you notice what is going on here, so for the code present, I get the error below. You can see, look at what AI did. Without any code, there is no code written here. You can see how crazy that is. Like no code has been written in all of this we're watching here, right? And you can see all the pages are interactive. All the pages are interactive. You can add new blog, new rig, do whatever. No code was written. This was done by AI. AI wrote the code, did everything by itself. You can see. So I'll move on and let's come back to our guy. So I mean, what do you think of? Yeah, I know Lovable. Okay, nice. Oh, nice. So is there any other person that hasn't seen Lovable before? If you've not, let me know. So coding tools like Cursor AI, Cloud Code. So yeah, this was the Cursor AI I was talking about. Cloud Code. I wanted to get videos for this guy, but these guys would have been a bit because you'll be seeing lots of code on your screen. So I felt like it doesn't make sense because some of the people here might not be technical. You know, since we are not here for like a developer kind of stuff. So I felt it wouldn't be nice putting that in to disrupt others. But if you're a developer, you should try these guys out. You will love it. I'm telling you, you will love it for free, right? So there, part of the cool things you could do with AI, I wanted to show this. This was not in my slide, but I'll just why is this guy on my, I'm trying to get this guy off my screen, but it's not leaving. So open arts, video AI. These are also stuffs done with AI, but I'll just let's watch this guy.
How was your date last night?
I don't want to talk about it.
Get the wine. We are going to talk about it.
I finished my work for the assignment.
Wait, isn't it due next week? Google VO3 is amazing.
Will you marry me?
What? We are just friends.
So, where are we actually going?
Wait. I thought you knew. Where are the Avengers?
Is that a band? You can't win. I already have.
Hello. Do you do cappuccinos?
Of course. Is full milk okay? So, what do we do now?
We keep.
So I'll just stop it there because I don't want to use that to take so much of our time, right? I can always share some of these videos. But the point I'm trying to make here is that AI is amazing. You can see the video we just finished watching there right now. All of those things were created with AI. There was even one that they did for Nigerians where the AI was shouting, Ojo Elegba, Ojo Elegba. I mean, the AI characters in the video was shouting, Ojo Elegba, Ojo Elegba, Ojo Elegba. Like it was so real and you know, it was crazy and mind-blowing. So AI is not something you want to take out of your life right now. You want to adopt to it. You want to adopt it. You want it to be part of your tools, your skill set. You want it to be in your pockets. Because if you don't get acquainted with some of these things, 10-year-old boy will just come and take you off whatever it is that is paying your bills or I don't know, but you get the rest of the show, right? So AI is something you want to jump on that trend on. So success story from a youth like you. Okay, so this is where we do some very boring story talk. So I mean, I was talking about community earlier. I'm talking about skill sets. Now, when I was in the university back in so many years ago, right, we're trying to go for what's it called? IT. right? Just let me know if the story is boring and I'll skip it and move to the next thing. I'm trying to go for IT, but then before going to school, I already know that I wanted to do anything computing, because then I was dismantling computers. I had the CPU, when we're still using that CPU, that big box CPU, and the big monitor, the one that has long back. I don't know if some of you have seen those before. The monitors, the one with long backs with the screen that is over. So I used to dismantle all of these things. I would take it to computer village, repair them, bring it back. I started working for some lawyers, repairing their computers. Then I just got out of secondary school then. So I had friends who were into this whole computer thing together, right? But along the line, I knew I wanted to do, computer related stuff, like have a digital skill. And I used to love a lot of hacking movies. So I felt, okay, let me go to school to learn computer science. When I got to school, I started going out with some of the Google guys, the Microsoft guys, and then we're learning a lot of things. But I felt, okay, let me just do web. And I started learning things on web, HTML, CSS, JavaScript. It wasn't that good, but I started learning it. The reason why I'm trying to say you should start something was because I was doing something, it wasn't that good, but I was learning. So in 300 level, we needed to go for IT. And then I was trying to apply for a placement, and I searched on Google. I saw this one company on Google. Every time I search CK Digital. And then I was like, I would love to work at this place because I see them every time. That means they are doing something very good. And I applied to them, and they were like, they want to see the things I've done before. And I showed them a couple of things I've been doing over the years, things that doesn't really make sense enough to me. And then when they saw it, they saw potential in it, and they were like, wow. And that was how I got my first IT placement. When I tell people, they were like, maybe I knew somebody in the company. I knew nobody there. So it's just something I had started, I was doing. That's whatever you're doing, whatever you want to learn, just do something. Show work is like, let there be receipts. Keep some of these things you're doing. Don't just, maybe you say write code now and you just throw it away because it's not good enough. Keep it. Even though it's not good enough, keep it. It's part of the things that shows you are doing something, right? That was how I got my first my first IT placement. Then I was being paid 20,000 every month. I was a big boy then, right? So don't mind me, that's just a joke. So another thing again with this, another story from myself to you. When my first job, I was in the university when I got my first job. 400 level, we're about leaving 400 level, and I saw a placement from someone. Please let me know if I'm running out of time already. I think I'm almost done with the slides, but let me know if I'm running out of time. Please, caution me and bring me back. So I was learning Python, and while learning Python, I was putting it together. That was when I started QuizBoot, right? So I was learning Python and using that to to build something. And then so there is this meetup we used to go to. That's why I was talking about community, power of community. You can't take it out. When you're learning any digital skill, you want to ensure you are part of a community. Is an important part, because you might be doing it alone, but there's some information going on in the community you are missing out on, some job opportunities. There are some people that are willing to hire you, to teach you, and they are paying you. I also have stories for that, but that's all. I think that will be for that. But if there's time, I'll mention it. So I started building stuff with Python. I was learning, trying to build QuizBoot. Then part of the community was this particular man. I don't know if you know about Tuteria. Tuteria was being built by one of the mentors I met at the community, at the meetup. And then we had PyCon Nigeria. Then I went to meet this person that, oh, I saw your placement for a job. I applied, but I didn't hear anything from you guys. What's going on? And was like, oh, that he stopped applying for the job. And I was like, did you apply? I said, yes. He said, okay. Then I showed him the stuff I was doing in QuizBoot and was like, wow, you did this. Okay, come and start work on Monday. And that was on Saturday. I think Friday or Saturday. And that was how I started work on Monday. And they were paying like 50,000 naira. Then afterwards, they increased it like 70,000 naira. Sorry, I'm calling numbers, but then, you can imagine what these numbers meant then. So that's another one. Also, another one again I'll give you was a particular friend of mine. I used to go to teach programming language. Then when I just moved to Ibadan, out of boredom, so I was going out to teach programming language in Bodija. So I was just going there out of boredom. It's not like the money they were paying me, but I was going there out of boredom to teach people programming. And there was this particular guy I thought that, this guy can never make it. Like, he wasn't that serious in class. But after a while, I saw that this guy's, zeal for what he was doing was there. So I was also assisting him in one way or the other. And then this guy left the country. He went to the UK. And some of the things he learned here, he started applying them with a couple of other things. And then what I want to bring out is that he got a company that hired him to teach him program. I mean, they had a particular system that they want to use. This guy doesn't know how to write the language for that system. So they hired him to teach him. But imagine he doesn't have some basic knowledge of what he needs to do. He would have missed out on that opportunity. So you don't know where you will find yourself tomorrow. But any small little skill set you're learning right now, don't take it for granted. Keep doing it, and you get. So that's just. So let me stop the boring stories and let's move on to the next thing. Okay. So some of us will say, I don't have a laptop. Yeah, true, it's valid. Actually, that's a big problem. But there are ways around it. Right? So what do? You can start learning from your phone, really. Just keep watching some YouTube videos. At least the things you're seeing will still keep sticking in your head, pending when you can get a laptop. And then there are also some other things you can do on your phone. Okay, for example, look at some of these tools like Canva AI or with ChatGPT and the likes on your phone. If you're a copywriter, you can do copywriting right on your phone, right? I mean, I'm not saying you should get some expensive. I know there are some expensive devices that you might be able to use to do some stuff because, for example, some content creators, YouTubers, they don't even use cameras again. They just buy the latest iPhone and they use their iPhones to start doing some videos. I know that's expensive. I'm not talking about those kind of high-end devices. I'm talking about low-end devices, right? On your little Android phone, you could consult ChatGPT for some stuff. You're a copywriter, you can use right on your phone, you can use ChatGPT. You want to learn stuff on YouTube, right on your phone, you can learn some of these things, right? I can remember when I was in the university, yeah, I had a laptop, but we had issues with light. So it's not every time I have power on my laptop to watch whatever I need to watch. So I go to school, play YouTube videos on my phone, write the code I want to do down. When I get home, I'll go and write the code on my, it was crazy, right? It was just some crazy moment then, right? So that's not an excuse, really, because you can start small. It's very important. And then another thing, I said it earlier, join online groups or community. It doesn't even have to be online. If it's physical, join. Online, join. Any community that's don't learn alone is a bad idea. It's a very bad idea. It's a very bad idea. Make sure you join communities, be part of communities. Is part of the flow. Because if you are not okay, look at me, for example. So my first remote gig was something that came out from the community. So I saw this job on Stack Overflow. I was like, wow, I cannot apply for it. If I apply for this thing, they won't pick me because it seems like it's too much for me, right? I felt like I'm too small to apply for this kind of thing. I was looking down on myself. So I left it. And when I went to Slack on our Python Nigeria Slack channel, I saw this job offer again. I was like, what's going on? And we had some community leaders then, and they encouraged us to apply. And I did. And I got the job. It was crazy. I was looking down on myself, right? But I did. I applied. And the funny thing, when I applied, the hiring manager saw some of the applications, for example, like mine. He saw my application. He saw that my code wasn't good enough. He sent it back to me and told me that, I see, they are telling me time up. So he sent it back to me, told me to go and fix my code and send it back. I fixed it, sent it back. There was still error there. I sent it back again, like back and forth. And at the end of the day, I got the job. It was crazy, right? So always ask questions. There's no stupid questions. Always ask questions. And if you have issues, Google it or just ask AI. It's that simple, right? So what can you do today? Pick one skill set to learn. You can pick, we mentioned a lot of skill sets. Pick one to learn. You can also go online, search for what kind of skills you can learn. Pick one and start learning, right? I'm trying to, brush it up because I think my time is almost running up. So there are also other free platforms you can use. YouTube, Coursera, SoloLearn. There are also many others you can, find online to learn from. Free. You don't even have to pay because some of these things are learned for free. like myself, I've never paid for an online course before. I'm telling you for free. I've never paid for online course before. I mean, maybe I can't even remember, really. So another thing is teach others what you learn. By teaching others, you get to learn better. I think that's the secret I got. It's not like I know it like that, but because I teach people, I tend to kind of retain some of these things again. Again, ask AI. There is Grok, there's ChatGPT, there's DeepSeek, there's Gemini. There are so many. And they are free. That's the good thing. Ask AI. And the last thing is just start. Don't wait. Don't look down on yourself like you want to be a pro before you start something. If you see that job offer, you see that you have 3/5 of the requirements, apply. Right? So don't wait. Just start. Just start it. Do you get? And that thing. So I think we are at the end of what we are doing, right? So the last thing is a little word of motivation for you. You don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. You know, the funny thing is AI that helped me with this quote. It's not me. I'm not that smart. That's just a joke, right? So, and then, so you can ask our questions. Again, remember, there's no stupid question. CRT monitor. What does that mean? CRT monitor. So please, we can ask questions. Onikosola, I don't know, you don't take over from here.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Peter, for
Yeah,
yeah. Okay, so does anyone have any question to ask? You can put on your mic or you can put it in the chat. Okay. Okay, Peter, I have a question to ask.
okay, please go on.
Yeah. So there are some companies that are not open-minded towards AI in general. Like let's say some companies might not want, like maybe their content writers to write with ChatGPT. They might not want them to even do like the littlest thing. So what do you think will happen to them in the future? Or do you have like anything to say on that for those that are not receptive towards AI in general?
So when you say companies that are not that are being restricted, not taking,
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay. So for
you agree?
instance, okay.
Go on, please. Go on, please.
Okay, so for instance, let's say I'm a freelance writer or someone is a freelance writer and the person
Yeah.
writes with ChatGPT, but not like the person does copy and paste, let's say something like that. But like some companies might not accept that, even like with the slightest use of ChatGPT. Like let's say you just maybe edit some little things or like get an idea that once they know that you used AI, any form, might not even be ChatGPT, they will just like want to maybe cancel the person or like nullify the person's work. So what do you think? Do you have like anything to say on that?
Okay, so
Like,
number
do you
one,
think okay?
they are the one paying your salary. They tell you what you want to do, right?
Mm, mm,
If they are still in business and they say that's not what they want, I mean, you can do that. But then how do they know you are using AI? That's the first question. Because for example, to me, when I use AI, okay, so there was a speech I wrote one time. What did I do? I go to ChatGPT. I write my story, everything. I write everything. Like what I wrote there will be up to like 3 pages. And I told it to organize what I've written in a proper context, exactly relating to something I want to do. These are my target audiences, are this. And it gave me very nice stuff. With that now, we used to say it's AI that just wrote it. It's not random because it came from what I knew, right? So, I mean, it depends on how you use it though. If they say you don't want it at all, you can still do that, but you can still use it smartly or wisely, right? By giving, local domain context. And that thing again, you might write it on your own, write all of the pieces and tell AI to, rephrase it or tell AI to, patch up the typo, whatever. It's still a win for you really, because you wrote the story. It's not like it's AI that writes it. You wrote the story. And if it is a unique story, so it's still you that writes it now. It's just AI that's just there to help you package it. But if they find out you're using AI, then the question is, what am I using AI to do? I'm using it to correct typos. We did say I'm not that intelligent to write it. It depends on you, really. I'm not saying you should be against your company's policy, so don't hear what I'm not saying. But you get the rest, though. You understand? Hello.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for that contribution. Uh okay, I think no one has any question to ask at all. Okay, someone is asking a question. So the person said, with AI, with AI looking like it's going to displace people, many people from their current job in the future, how can a person adapt and integrate AI into their current digital skill? Should I come again?
Yeah, I got the question. It's
Okay.
by jumping on the trend, knowing what to do at the right time, right? That AI now that is coming to displace displace you from your role is still a human that will be behind it. That's one thing you should first take on it. You see, AI is very intelligent, it's very powerful, but AI lacks common sense. AI cannot just do something by itself on its own. It's very intelligent, it's powerful, it's whatever, but that common sense that humans have, it's still human that needs it, that can do that. You get. So I think, yeah, the fear is valid. I won't displace that fact. The fear is valid, but don't let it don't let it take over whatever I mean, don't let you feel less, because with that AI, you get to do more. You get. So what you just have to do is jump on the trend, learn those tools that are relevant to your job or to your field, get that as a tool set, and I think it should be good. But number one thing is some people make mistakes, like some beginners. Because there's AI, you don't want to do the basics anymore. You don't want to learn the basics. You just jump and start using AI. It's bad. It's not good enough. Reason being that, you see, AI makes mistakes. They are hallucinate. But if you know the details, the concepts, the details, you know all those foundation, those fundamental things, you'll be able to guide it to do those things. That's one thing that people don't know. So you can say, okay, they would send you off your job, that the CEO will start using the AI by himself. You will end up having issues at the end of the day sometimes and still have to get a technical person to do it. I'm talking like in coding state now, because there are some little concepts that you need. Okay, let's use graphics design, for example. Okay, you say you want to use AI to build to do images. Your brand color is some whatever, right? And then there are some terms that graphic designer use to mention some particular kind of thing. For example, the spacing, the padding, the margin, and all of those things in the kini. Okay, how do you tell AI to specifically increase a particular place inside a picture? Or how do you tell AI that the something is like, you need some details in a particular thing that's done to be like this or to be like this? So you still need domain knowledge, expert knowledge. So don't get scared. Just jump on the trend. Any other question?
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Peter. I have a question. Can I go on?
Yeah, please go on, please.
Thank you. I'm a front end junior developer. Just like you explained, I had an open beginning in computer science, but when you get to the real life, you thought that what you were taught in school, you just begin to apply it, not knowing that there is a need for you to step up. So I have an issue with the because I'm into software engineering, and when I started, I think it's something I need. Yeah, my God, thank you. I need to memorize code. I need to understand. Okay, this is how to write. But I discovered that I just don't need to do that. But within me, I felt like, am I really getting this thing? For instance, when you are writing HTML, you need to link it up with CSS to style. your web page that you are developing, and it get to a stage I look at that CSS, all the CSS element I've used, all the terms, and I feel like, is it possible for someone to memorize this or just to understand how to use it, or you just need to copy and then edit? You know how we normally do it, just like this same margin, like you just explained now. So within me, I felt, because whenever I'm editing, I'm like, did I even do this? I hope I'm not deceiving myself. I've not even applied for any job. I've just been practicing on my own on the low key. But I need that confidence to say, guy, you are on the right path, or guy, you are just wasting your time. So I don't know whether you understand. Do you understand my question?
See, this thing you're saying, I've dealt with you before. Number one, what you're doing is not stupid, is valid. That fear you're having is valid. Number two is that you cannot cram everything. Take it. If I show you my chat history, my search history, if you see the questions I'm asking here, I said you'll be like, sorry, I don't know if all of us are Yoruba. You'll be like, how did this guy get the job he's doing? You'll be asking this guy like stupid questions like this. Number one, basically, the thing is, you just have to know the fundamental, understand this thing and know what it does. You don't even have to remember the name. Just know that there is something that does this, that can be used to do this. Just have a register in your head that, oh, I know that there's something I can use to do this. If you go online, just search, what do I use to do this? I mean, for some of the things you might not remember easily, it will come up. Do you get? See, you cannot cram everything. Do you know how many keywords are in a programming language? Can you cram everything? As far as you have a knowledge and idea, it works. And again, about copying and pasting of code, I do copy and paste a lot, right? The point is, that thing you are copying and pasting, do you understand it? Do you know what it does? Do you know what it does? So for example, let's say you are working at a company, then they told you to build a page that is similar to a page that they have before. So you now, would you start writing that page from scratch again, something that already exists? No, right? I would like you to answer. Because that thing already exists. So just copy the one that already exists.
Yeah.
And use it. But if you want to do it well, get that one that already exists, refactor it such that you can reuse that same thing on the two places and just change what is different in between them. That's what's different between like someone just jumping to use maybe like AI now also. I have a page, you're telling AI to do something. AI can just give you the same replica of that thing, writing it all over again. But then, if you are experienced, you have the common sense. You can tell AI that, oh, you are repeating this code. I don't want you to repeat it. I want you to factor it such that I can reuse this code on both places. You see, I'm giving it specific instructions. But in your somebody that does not know the basic, that hasn't paid some of their dues, learning some of these basics and fundamental, won't be able to tell AI such instruction.
Yeah.
That's why I say AI is there to be a companion. You shouldn't be scared of using AI, really, really, because it's just there to help you. Fine, some of us will lose our jobs, right? Because one person can now do what 10 people was doing.
Of course.
You get, but yeah, the fear is valid, but doesn't mean you should stay away from it because your own opportunity can still come. You get?
Yeah.
So what you're saying makes sense. You're thinking you don't know what you're doing because you're copying and pasting code because you don't remember the keyword. Bro, I don't remember keywords. I just know that there is something that does this thing. If it's something I use so frequently, I can easily remember it. If I don't, I just go online, type the thing I want to do. It will bring suggestions. I know this is what I'm looking for.
Oh.
If I'm copying code, that thing I'm copying, do I understand what it does? That's the first question. If you're just copying code and you don't understand it, then you're doing rubbish. But if you're copying code, you understand what you're copying, you know that this is what it does and all, then you are being productive.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. So, any more questions? Kosala? Hello? Hello, guys. So I'm assuming that'll be all right. Okay. So, Nkosla, do you want to?
Yeah, I don't think there's no more question. Nobody's asking a question again.
Okay.
Yeah, so thank you very much for coming on stage to address us and for impacting knowledge. I don't know if anybody wants to like discuss what they learned from this webinar. Maybe just 1 or 2 points you learned. Okay. Nobody. Okay, so for me, I learned that AI runs on algorithms that simplify complex tasks. I I learned that digital skills, you can start with like smart searching on Google. I think Mr. Olayinka said he's going to send like a PDF or like a slide on that. Then you can also use AI for like 3D, 2D designs, 2D animations, 3D animations. You can, and also the power of community. So if you want to learn any digital skills, the let's say first or second step should be getting a community because a community can help you simplify the process instead of you doing it alone. Then I also learned about some AI tools, Canva AI, yeah, then Lovable, then Open Art, then there was Google VO. I don't know if VO or VO. Yeah. Then yeah, you mentioned being indispensable once you have like AI literacy, once you're AI literate and all of that. So does anyone have anything to contribute
Yeah,
to this or
so
any question? Okay,
I've learned a lot, and I would like to first of all
okay.
appreciate CEID for this opportunity given to us, and also uh, our brother Peter Olayinka for this wonderful seminar. What I learned is that don't try to learn alone. That's number one thing, because I had to write it down. Don't try to learn alone. Join online group community. That's number two. Then number two is teach others what you learn. Teach others what you learn. Don't say you've learned it and you don't need to tell other people. Teach them what you learn. Another thing he said that encouraged me most is that we should not be scared to use AI. Yes, we should not be scared to use AI. We should endeavor that we understand what we are doing. Then let AI be our companion. And the last thing I want to say is that he's someone that teaches with experience. I could see that if he has the time, he can show us a lot of videos to show that what he's teaching us is realistic. It's not a theoretical seminar. So I want to say thank you for this opportunity given to each and every one of us.
Thank you, Mr. Samuel, for that. Will I call it your contribution? And I don't want to say vote of thanks, but thank you for that. Yeah, does anyone have any other thing to contribute? It could be what you've learned, it could be a question, anything. Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so Mr. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, so Mr. Olayinka has dropped the link to the smart searching on Google. So you can like probably bookmark the link maybe click, or let me just copy it. Yeah, because I don't know your various where you got to know about this webinar. So I don't know if I'll be able to reach you after this webinar. But you can just like save it, probably just save it, just bookmark it. Yeah, and you also dropped the link to the Google slide, to the presentation. So you can also save that before the meeting is over. Okay, so yeah, let me drop C-Dubs's handle and also Mr. Olainka's handle. I think Mr. Olenka, please can you drop your Instagram, LinkedIn handle so that in case any of us want to reach out to you concerning probably any challenge we are going through, you can like reach out to you in a way.
Okay,
Mr.
no problems. I'm doing that.
Okay. Hello, Mr. Olenka, are you still there?
Yes. I posted the links already as you requested. Hello. Hello, can you hear me? Hello, Consular. We can't hear you just in case if you are talking or.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you now.
Oh, okay. So I think it's network problem.
Okay.
Yeah. So I don't know if let me check. Please, I need a response. Has anyone stored the link, or I don't know, before I end the meeting? I just want us to have the links. Please, can I get a response? Samuel, have you
Yeah,
nobody's answering me?
I'm trying
Okay,
to.
you have.
Thank you so much. I'm
Okay.
trying to put it down.
Okay, Samuel, how did you get to know about this meeting, this webinar?
Actually, I've been with Mr. Shoka Fulanyo right from is it last year? I think that was last year. I joined So I'm a solar inverter trainee.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And so since then, Mr. Shokra Afolayan has been a real mentor. Like he
Okay.
always loved to help. So since then, I've joined the WhatsApp group. I've followed all the social media and do so. Whatever program that is coming up, whatever seminar that is coming up, I will surely see it either on WhatsApp or YouTube or on LinkedIn or on the
Okay.
Facebook or on the X. So I've been a son to Mr. Shokra Olayan, who has been a mentor and a real brother that wants you to succeed and make it in life. So I'm always
Yeah.
glad to be under him and learn from him.
Mm. Okay, thank you very much. Is there anyone on the group that is not on any of our WhatsApp group or is not following us on social media, on any of our social media platform? Okay. Okay, so I think everyone is acquainted with us. Okay, so thank you, Mr. Olainka, for this for your speech on this webinar. Yeah, I think most of us have learned one or two things. Even those of us that know about AI, we already know some probably some tools in case you want to just do a little bit of searching, and also what you sent, the link to the Google search, how to search on Google properly. Yeah, so that's like a very good tool and yeah, for us. So I think I'll end this meeting now. If no one has anything to say or everyone in this meeting, I yeah. So I'll call this a day and end this call. Bye everyone.
Bye.
Yeah, bye.
Bye, guys.
Yeah, bye, Mr. Olenka.